Or was it?
Yeah, like
It was like at the studio somewhere.
Was it Warner's?
I think it was. It was like,
What did we do?
it was my birthday.
It was your birthday. Did we run scenes?
Yeah, we did that. You know, I know.
Oh, right.
I know you can't sleep.
Right. So we did the like Neo and Trinity, Thomas Anderson meet.
Yeah, meets Trinity scene.
Right. They shot it on film, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're trying to remember the first time we met, and when we did the
Screen test.
screen test. How long was that before we did the training?
Before we started training for the movie?
Yeah.
Well, I think I found out I got the part like 2 weeks later. I was supposed to find out on a Friday.
Right.
And then they asked for an extra week.
An extra
they weren't
week?
Sure.
They weren't sure?
They weren't sure.
What were they thinking?
Before we got started, we decided to stop by to say thank you. You gave us something we never thought we could have.
And what is that?
Another chance.
When Lana approached me, she spoke about having a story to tell, which centered around Neo and Trinity. And that sounded really exciting to me.
We have so much care and love for the characters. I think quite a few times we'd both just start crying just because it's so deeply moving for us, Neo and Trinity.
When I play the character and I work with Kerri-Энn, it's something beyond yourself. It's big. You know, whatever that is, it feels like they're in that together.
It's almost overwhelming at times, I find, because we have such history and such a deep friendship and care for each other.
We got to train together, talk about life on the mat, and I've cherished that time that I've got to share with her, and just to see her so different and so much the same.
Hello, Neo.
How do you know that name?
I know a lot about you.
Who are you?
My name is Trinity.
From the beginning, Lana and Lily were interested in excellence.
The pressure was so intense.
It's so intense and
So
delicious.
intense, yeah. And I wanted to please them so badly, but not in a unhealthy way. It always felt inspired, pleasing, and wanting to meet their artistry, wanting to meet their vision.
Yes.
And they supported us in every way to make that happen. So I never felt like I was on my own to do that, but I wanted to do every single thing they wanted me to do. Like in the movies, if there's anything I didn't do, which are a few things, it really bugs me.
Right.
It really bugs me. You know,
Right,
smashing into the, you know, that big smash.
Yeah.
I see that and I kind of want to go, that's not me. I didn't do that. I felt so much freedom in the way that she works now.
For me, I think the biggest surprise was like no rehearsal, right? What was her expression? Learn by doing.
Yeah. I have a disdain for action, cut, resetting, action, cut. Like I like long takes.
I mean, I would say she did less takes than previously, especially in the action.
That was phenomenal.
Right, the rigs, driving, being on the back.
Stuntmen.
The wire pulls.
The
people,
helicopters.
2 helicopters coming down the
guns,
streets.
bullets.
Fire, mayhem.
I knew I was back in the Matrix.
Oh, yeah. There she is.
Sure.
You ever talk to her?
When I first spoke with Lana, she, you know, was, so I'm thinking of doing another Matrix, you know? And then she later went on to kind of share, you know, kind of the personal history of her parents passing and wanting to write a love story. Did she share that with you as well before?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Definitely touched me. And to bring that kind of grief into the art, and, you know, I'm still kind of processing that, what that means.
Yeah. Is it romance?
It's a love.
But is it a rejoining, a rekindling, a
remembering?
Matrix 4.
Remembering.
Neo, I'm not afraid anymore. The Oracle told me that I would fall in love and that that man
on the original Matrix, there's this prophecy of love, right? But I always felt like that for Trinity, that was part of it, but it was never all of it.
I always just felt like she was such a warrior for what she believed in. One of the things that I came across recently, because I just moved and I was unpacking like old journals, was I had written the scene between myself and the Oracle.
Oh, wow, right.
Yeah. And what she had told me. And imagine myself being quite young and being told that this man, I would know that he would be the one because I would love him. And like bringing that to life, that actual conversation to life, impacted everything that I did.
I remember the last day of filming. We shot on film back then. We shot on film.
I remember a hair in the gate.
Right?
Yeah.
A hair in the gate.
Yeah, I remember crying the whole day of my last day because the scene was just basically saying goodbye to you, to Neo. And it was painful and beautiful and like, but I don't think I've ever cried so much in a scene, like just every take. Lana was crying, Lily was crying, the crew was crying, saying goodbye to the most important work of art that I had ever been a part of. It was a hard goodbye. Yeah.
Right.
Have we met? It's such a beautiful love story. It has this depth to it that's not frivolous or trying to be something. It feels so grounded in a way.
It's beyond, it's not romantic love.
Yeah.
Right? Which oftentimes that kind of connecting is portrayed as.
Well, it's noble, right?
Yeah.
That you're trying to reclaim and help her.
Right, I guess I'm kind of flipped to the Trinity position.
Yeah. You want to
Right.
help her to awaken from the Matrix.
It's too late.
I understand.
I love that line where it's like, you know, what if she doesn't want to wake up?
Right, he's just like, that's her choice, and I'll go back.
And you'll go back.
I'll go back.
We can't go back.
We won't.
I find it very effortless to work with you.
Oh, that's cool.
I feel like there's a sort of deep connection that we have.
Yeah.
I don't try to analyze it or think about it too much, but I feel it when we're working together, and it's such a gift.
Yeah, it's fun.
Really love it.